All right, then. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But so far, so good. 2027 is out of the picture then. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Nigerian sports has been thrown into mourning following the loss of one of its most respected football figures. A former Super Eagles head coach, Adegboye Onigbinde, has died at the age of 88 after a prolonged illness. Onigbinde is remembered for his significant contributions to Nigerian football, including his time with Shooting Stars of Ibadan and for being the country's first indigenous Super Eagles coach. His legacy remains an important part of Nigeria's football history. I'm in BKO, the sporting world is mourning, and our heart goes out to the family. But talk to me. What will Coach Adegboye Onigbinde be remembered for?
So for those who followed the Super Eagles during his time as coach, they will remember him for the big contributions that he made. He was particularly good at developing home-based players. Rashidi Yekini got a chance to play for Nigeria under his watch. Rashidi Yekini was playing for Arewa Tex. Later he moved to UNTL, United Nigerian Textile Limited in Kaduna. And then Shooting Stars supporters identified him and got their club to hire him. Then he got into the national team. He had not played for any big club when Onigbinde gave him that chance. Players like Chibuzo Ehilegu, he was playing in the under-20 team. Chibuzo Ehilegu was at Kwaspo 80. He played for his state in the school sports competition. Under Onigbinde, he blossomed. He was a playmaker and a regular scorer for the national team. Onigbinde, I will remember Onigbinde's first big game was against Ghana. And he beat Ghana away from home. We beat Ghana. We repeated that feat in the Nations Cup. We beat Ghana again in the Nations Cup. And Ghana was very strong that time. Remember Ghana's solid performance in the 1982 Nations Cup. But here was Onigbinde beating Ghana back to back.
Back to back.
Not many people saw it coming with these players who are not professionals. The Rashidi Yekinis of this world, the Chibuzo Ehilegus, Paul Okoku, a schoolboy player here in Lagos. I think was playing for CMS Bariga. So many players like that demand blooded.
So he
gave
had
them
eyes
a
for
chance.
talent.
Yes. Even when he came back as Super Eagles coach to become the first Nigerian to handle the Super Eagles in the World Cup, he also gave Vincent Eyama his chance. Many people didn't see it coming. But Vincent Eyama became the number one goalkeeper of our national team, thanks to Onigbinde who gave him that chance. Many people had thought, oh, it will be Keshoromo, but he gave Vincent a chance, and today Vincent is one of the best goalkeepers to come out of our country. Played abroad, did very well in France, and he did very well for the national team. So, and then he coached Shooting Stars. Took them all the way, you know, coached them, Shooting Stars, in the African club tournament and took them right to the top. I remember games like Semasi Sekonde of Mali. So, For me, his contributions are there for everyone to see. He was a good teacher of the game, was a good thinker, a fantastic tactician. I think his contributions were even beyond the shores of our country, because this man coached the youth team of Trinidad and Tobago, and he was a chief instructor for CAF for many years. For many years. So Onigbinde was, I mean, a fantastic coach. I remember interviewing him for about 2 hours in Sabongeri, Kano. And he insisted till he died that Nigeria would have won the Nations Cup in 1984, if not because some mafia in the team insisted on sabotaging the team. Yes. We scored first in that game. We scored the first goal, but we eventually lost 3-1 to Cameroon in that final. And he insists that from conversations we had, that the players, some players sabotaged the team.
Oh dear. No,
because they didn't want that glory to go to him. But he competed against some of the greatest club coaches in our country. You have people like Alabi Essien of the great Bendel insurance team, you know, that won the Challenge Cup, represented the country in African club tournament, both for cup winners and the Champions Cup. But
all right then.
In the end, it was the one who was chosen.
Okay then. All right, let's join our colleague Musbah Razak, a sports enthusiast, for this conversation again. Musbah, thank you so much for joining us. We're talking about the late Adegboye Onigbinde. Take us down memory lane. What will he be remembered for?
Thank you. Good evening, viewers. Adegboye Onigbinde was one of the best coaches that have come out of Nigeria. Onigbinde took over Nigerian football in 19 after the debacle of the Libyan 82. Nigeria went to Libya AFCON in 1982 as the defending champion and would not qualify out of the group stage. It was then, after the event, Onigbinde was brought in to revive the national team. And Onigbinde traveled all over Nigeria to pack players, young players. I remember a player called Rafiu Yusuf. He was playing for a club called Club 50 of Gusau. He came to the national team. Onigbinde brought in Ademola Adesina from Nepa of Osogbo. He brought in Rashidi Yekini. And he assembled a team of rookies to beat Ghana, who were then the defending champions in the Olympics qualifier. And they beat Morocco in the final qualifier for AFCON in 1984. And he took the rookie team all the way to the final before they lost to Cameroon. He has a knack for assembling young players and mold them into a team with technical skills. His performance at the 1984 Nations Cup brought Onigbinde into limelight, and he was eventually appointed the technical director of the NFF, where he was also he also became a CAF instructor and a FIFA instructor. Onigbinde will make history as the first indigenous coach to take Nigeria to the World Cup. And like he used to do, he discovered new players for the national team at the 2002 World Cup. Like Jide said, he brought in Vincent Inyama. Inyama later became one of the best goalkeepers ever produced by Africa. And don't forget a player called John Mutaka. It was Onigbinde that gave him a chance in the 2002 World Cup. Onigbinde has made his mark, and we pray that God give him eternal rest. He was truly a legend in Nigerian football. I remember a player called Charles Osuju, who was playing for Nepa of Lagos. He brought him into the national team. He assembled the national team between 1983 and 1984. And as at that time, they were almost the best team in Africa. A team of young players, Stephen Keshi, Bala Ali, Paul Oko, Ademola Adeshina, Clement Temile, the master dribbler. He took them to the 1984 and they excelled. Onigbinde will be remembered for being a highly technical coach who bestowed the Nigerian football. Now, he also coached the Shooting Stars.
Yes.
Took them all the way to final of 1984 African Champions Cup before they lost to Zabalek in Lagos. He will be remembered for his achievement in Nigerian football.
Onigbinde also gave Yusasho Foluwe his big break in the national team. Yusasho Foluwe and Chibuzo Eyilegbu had never played for Nigeria until Onigbinde gave them that chance. That goalless draw in Kaduna against the Black Stars was when Nigerians saw Yusasho Foluwe for the first time. He had been in the junior team, but for the national team, it was Onigbinde that gave him that chance, and he became the best defender of his generation. So he's somebody that will remember for the great work that he has done.
Okay. But BK, what can be done to keep his memory alive? Some sort of immortalization?
Yes, it's up to the sports authorities to think of what they can do. We have sports arenas here and there.
Okay.
We have Games Village. They can identify where they can name after him. And then his own state of Osun, they should be able to also honor him for the efforts that he made. I thought Musba would touch on a little bit about the allegation that he made that he was sabotaged in the final of the Nations Cup in 1984. Musba, are you there?
Okay.
Yes. I thought you would touch on the allegation that he made that his team was sabotaged in the final of the 1984 Nations Cup when we scored very early and then went on to lose.
Yeah, during the early Onigbinde era, the two eras he had with the national team, there has always been the issue of sabotage. In the 1984 Nations Cup, there was this allegation of the Edo sabotage, led by the likes of Stephen Keshi, Sunday Aboibe, Henry Nwosu. They are all from New Nigeria Bank of Benin. And I think the allegation was that they really didn't want Onigbinde to become the first Nigerian coach to lead Nigeria to win the AFCON. But it was still, it all ended as allegation of sabotage. And then in 2002, when Shuaibu Amadu was sacked on the eve of the World Cup, another a kind of crisis grew up in the national team. And some of the players rose up against Onigbinde when Onigbinde was announced as the next coach to take Nigeria to the 2002 World Cup. And that was the reason the likes of Sunday Olise, Finidi George, and the likes refused, Okechukwu Agali. That was how they boycotted the national team and refused to go to the 2002 Nations World Cup. Onigbinde had to do with what he had. And the refusal of those, the refusal of those mafia then led to the discovery of the likes of Vincent Nyama, the likes of Femi Opabumi, the likes of John Lutaka, the likes of Julius Ayaowa. Agawa was playing for the junior national team before he was taken to the World Cup in 2002. So he had always been a man who knows how to discover talents. Yes, he has been sabotaged, but at least he rose up and excelled.
Thank you.
Remember,
thank you so much.
One of the
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
In 2002, was that save by Vincent Nyama against Port Scott. The shot he tipped onto the bar. It was one of the saves of the tournament. Nyama was just a rookie then.
All right then. Thank you so much, Musba Razak. Thank you so much, Musba. Musba Razak is a sports enthusiast. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. I'm so sorry we had to leave you out of the
No
conversation.
problem. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you.
But anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Thank
BKO, thank you so much for taking us down
Thank you.
memory lane.
Musbao is the best football historian in our country.
Yes.
Yes, I know that very well.
And it
When
shows.
it
He
comes
showed
to
it.
the history of Nigerian football, there's nobody like Musbao.
Absolutely.
Nobody. I was his editor for years. I know that very well. He's very good.
They're
at
very
that.
good.
And that's
Thank
why
you
we
so
are
much,
happy to
Musbao.
have him today.
Exactly. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Binga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.